President Akufo-Addo will later today participate in a high-level deliberation aimed at making education available to primary schools to primary education to 10 million deprived children across the world. The president, who is attending the event as co-chair of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, is expected to make a strong case for access to education on the African continent. He'll also be honored with a Peace Medal by the African Peace and Resolution Center at the California State University. Elton Brobe is on this beat. He joins us via Skype. Hello, Elton.
Hi, Gifty.
Tell us a bit more. What's happening? What should we expect?
Right, so President Akufo-Addo arrived in the U.S. today. As I speak, he is in New York, where he will hold his first event. That is the UNICEF Carter Foundation Education event. Now, he is part of this event because of his role as co-chair of the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, this is a gathering of experts in education. What they are seeking to do is to strategize on how best to address children who do not have access to education. According to reports that we have, currently there are 61 million kids out of school. And they are of the view that if this is not addressed, it will lead to unemployment. It will lead to social vices that the world cannot handle. So this gathering of experts on education is seeking to, among others, strategize on how best to address the inequality gap and also go on to achieve goal number 5, or the SDGs goal number 5, which is to create equal access for education. Al Qatar has put together some amount of money. We are talking about almost $1 billion. And they have said that already through this initiative, they've been able to ensure that over 10,000 kids have been able to gain access to education at the primary level. They are hoping to recruit 10 million of such kids to have access. And they are targeting Africa, Asia, and some parts of the Americas. So this foundation, which is in its 10th year, is to look at strategies on how best to address this inequality and also tackle the 61 million kids across the world who do not have access to primary education.
We understand the president is getting a Peace Medal. What exactly does that mean? Tell us a bit more.
Well, and this will be the second leg of his program here in the U.S., and he is expected here in California, precisely Sacramento, tomorrow night. The event itself is at 7 p.m., and this is put together by the Center for Africa Peace and Conflict Resolution. It's a wing at the California State University. Now, President Akufo-Addo is the special guest of honor and is also expected to speak and also be a recipient of this annual Africa Peace Award. Now, the reason why he's been chosen, according to information on the website of this university, is that after the 2012 election, when the NPP raised issues about voting irregularities, instead of taking to the streets, they went to court, and the court ruled upholding the verdict of the Electoral Commission, thus affirming the presidency of John Dramani Mahama. What the center is saying that by that singular act of President Akufo-Addo, he epitomized, his statesmanship, and that's the more reason why they decided to award him with a Peace Medal tomorrow at 7 p.m. So it's going to be a dinner where he's going to have the opportunity to address the gathering, talking about the rule of law, the new face of Africa, embracing rule of law and ensuring that the ballot box becomes the only means through which one can, assume the mantle of leadership on the continent. So that is basically it.
And that's basically it, but certainly not basically it for you. How's the weather treating you? You all right?
Well, the weather is okay, and we've had some interaction with the U.S. ambassador to Ghana, and I think in the days to follow, you will hear more about what they are doing and the challenges they are facing in terms of addressing the concerns of many Ghanaians who are living in the U.S., the issues about people who do not have, the right documentation, and for that matter, they're always having issues with the law. The ambassador has been speaking to us. He's opened up on so many issues affecting some Ghanaians who are here who do not have access to, documentation. Those who also have serious human rights, issues. They've reported to the embassy what the embassy is doing about it, and how the embassy is positioning Ghana to attract the needed foreign investment. We've spoken to him, an extensive interview. I'm sure that in the days to follow, we'll get to know more about what the U.S. ambassador is doing and helping, especially those who don't have access to documentation in the U.S. are fighting it out with U.S. enforcement agencies, and how the embassy comes to their aid in terms of helping ensure that they are taken to the right and the due process.
Elton, thank you very much for that update. We look forward to that report. Elton Broby, our Presidential Affairs Correspondent, speaking to us from California.